Great to be here with you today, and thank you, Sarah, for a great presentation. It's actually a perfect segue to what I'm going to talk about. I'm Leila Toplic from LRNG, and I do want to begin by sharing with you what learning means to LRNG, and also what it means to me personally as a former refugee, first-generation immigrant, former teacher in a refugee school, and also somebody who's worked in corporate talent development, actually here at Microsoft for 11 years. Learning is not something you do, it's something you live. We believe learning is a lifestyle. And to make that real for all young people, and I'm going to be focusing on youth 13 through 24, it's really important to change how we value and recognize learning and skill development, and how we also connect it to the real world opportunities. I'll spend a couple of minutes talking about first the broader context to really explain why this matters and how we're going to approach changing the game before talking about LRNG. And as Sarah noted, we live in a time of learning abundance. However, learning is incredibly fragmented and also disconnected, which means it leads to a lot of incredible inequity. As a matter of fact, as a result, 60% of high school students are disengaged from school. 20% of teens are dropping out of school before they graduate. That means 7 million young people that are neither in school nor employed. And there's a sharp divide emerging between those who have access to the 21st century skills and opportunities and those who do not. Wealthy families, according to data, spend 6 to 7 times as much on out-of-school enrichment, which research shows are the key predictors of future career and college success. And at the same time, we're expecting all of our young people to become leaders in the 21st century. However, the way in which they learn is designed for the 20th century. The learning still happens at a particular time of day, in a particular building, in a particular linear way. And learning is disconnected from the real world opportunities. So as a result, companies like Microsoft are telling us that they cannot find qualified workforce. And they're investing more in talent development and training than universities and government combined. So the lost opportunity for the current cohort of nearly 7 million young people ages 16 through 24 is estimated at $4.75 trillion in social burden over their lifetime. So we must ask, how do we make learning opportunities and experiences visible, accessible, and ladder up to something for all young people? I'll spend the next couple of minutes talking about how we're approaching that at LRNG. So at LRNG, we're working to close that opportunity gap for 13 through 24-year-olds by really transforming how they access and experience learning and the paths that they can take to post-secondary and career success. And LRNG is based on a decade worth of research in connected learning space by MacArthur Foundation and DML community, as well as 3 years of piloting in cities of LRNG, Chicago, Dallas, Pittsburgh, DC. And the research tells us that what young people need is inspiration, they need access, they need guidance. That is something that no one institution can provide alone. So what we're doing at LRNG is working together with city officials, with businesses, with community institutions like museums and libraries, with nonprofit organizations, to network learning experiences into an ecosystem or a network that is open and inviting to all youth. In the next minute, I'll share with you kind of the 4 steps or the 4 ways we're doing that through our technology platform and our work with the cities and program partners. And by program partners, I mean partners like Boys and Girls Club. First, it's important to capture learning wherever it happens, whether it's online or it's in school or it's somewhere in the community across the city. We call this XP, or experiences. They can be both digital. You see an example of a digital experience. Also, they can be local, like workshops and events at local libraries or museums. Second, we need to make learning discoverable as young people pursue their passions and interests. And we know from research that learning that is equitable, engaging, and employable begins with where young people are, in their communities, in LRNG cities like Chicago, Dallas, Pittsburgh, and very recently we have San Jose that's joined us. Equally importantly, it's important to make this learning experience available more broadly, and we do that through our national channel. So what you're seeing here, this is a screenshot of Chicago's Discovery feed of experiences, and also our national channel that enables a young person anywhere to access the learning experiences. And then third, kind of building on the work that also Sarah shared the degree is doing, is we need to make learning count wherever it happens. We think the badges, which are the digital micro-credentials, portable, can actually help us make everywhere, all the time learning possible. And badges, with the data that they contain and a proof of work, can also break through some of the institutional barriers that lock too many young people out of pursuing what they're interested in and having access to those opportunities. So let me just quickly show you actually what some of the badges look like. Badges are verifiable, so they actually embed information about the competencies and skills learned, both soft skills like communication and problem solving and teamwork, as well as hard skills like data science. Badges also include proof of work. They're owned by the learner, and they're shareable. They're shareable on social media by the learner, as well as LinkedIn profile. And what's more is that they provide a more meaningful way to communicate young person's qualifications than traditional resumes, both hard and soft skills, and for the employers to really find the qualified talent that matches the skills that they're looking for. The last is, it's important for these learning experiences and moments of recognition and feedback to come together into the rich, engaging narratives that are compelling to young people and also aligned with the labor market needs. So to design, and we call these playlists, and to design these playlists that connect passion to purpose, that embed employable skills and competencies, that unlock opportunities like internships, summer jobs, mentoring. We're working with organizations like GAP, Electronic Arts, Fossil, and many others to put together what we're calling playlists. What you see here is actually a screenshot of a playlist that we co-designed with GAP using their Plan Ahead curriculum, resulting in a badge. Some of the other playlists include civic tech, game design, digital literacy, financial literacy, and many more. And we also, our cities, LRNG cities, there are 12 of them. You see some of the cities that we've been testing with, as well as 8 new cities that have joined us earlier this year, along with the program partners like Boys and Girls Club, are also beginning to network their learning resources and make them visible and available to all youth. So I'll just note at the end that this is just the beginning. Turning our static education system into something that is fully functional, dynamic learning ecosystem is a long-term effort. And it actually requires collaboration by all of us, nonprofits, corporations, city officials, policymakers. And what's exciting to me is that now is the time, and everyone can participate. And we have the tools for collaboration and scale. So I'll say, again, this is the time because school is everywhere. Curiosity, creativity, and engagement are everywhere, and learning is indeed a lifestyle. So let's work together to make it real. Thank you.